What I'm going to show you today will help you withstand extreme heat, even in the middle of the desert. It all depends on your breathing. No money spent, no equipment needed, and it works just as well in the city as it does in the middle of the Sahara. 40 degrees in the shade, whether you're stuck in an office without air conditioning, hiking without water, or just at home trying to get through the day, the body always reacts the same way. Dehydration, extreme fatigue, decreased physical and cognitive abilities. So faced with this, most people just endure it. They wait for it to pass. But there are 3 breathing techniques developed for survival, and especially used by the military to endure extreme heat that very few people know about. Learning them gives you a head start, so we'll tackle thirst, heat, and fatigue in order. 3 enemies, 3 techniques, 3 simple protocols to remember. So, of course, these breathing techniques are no substitute for hydration, or shade and rest. They are used as a complement once you have put the essential basic measures in place. They are taught to manage heat stress during extreme heat. So for each of the 3 techniques, I'll tell you its military origin, why it works, and how to actually practice it. Remember, mastering even one of the 3 techniques will make a difference. Technique number 1 now against thirst. So we're talking about slow nasal breathing plus controlled exhalation. The first enemy, the one everyone encounters during a heat wave, is thirst. So this technique is directly taken from the analysis survival protocols of the U.S. Army for desert environments. So the protocol now, inhale slowly through your nose for 4 or 5 seconds. First fill your belly, then your lungs. So we start with diaphragmatic breathing and finish with coastal breathing. You hold your breath for 4 or 5 seconds, then exhale very slowly through your nose for 8 or 10 seconds. Repeat continuously, especially before a long walk, so that's the full protocol we're taught. So the principle is simple. We breathe only through the nose to limit water loss. When you inhale through your mouth, you dry out your throat, and when you exhale through your mouth, you lose much more moisture than when you exhale gently through your nose. Here I just demonstrated it while standing still, but you should know that it can also be done while moving, like walking, as long as you focus on the breathing pattern. In the field, use it as soon as you feel thirsty, before rationing water. We also limit talking. We walk in the shade, and preferably even at night, so it's a simple method that significantly reduces dehydration from breathing and delays the feeling of thirst. On my hikes, it's a technique I use in advance, as soon as I have any doubt about my water supply or my chances of resupplying. So it's not very showy, you'll just focus on your breathing and people will hear you talk less. Now, technique number 2 against the heat. Tactical breathing with a long exhale. The second enemy, the most dangerous one, is heat stress, heat stroke, which can be deadly during episodes of extreme temperatures. So this technique has been widely used in hot zones, especially in recent years, like Iraq and the Sahel. So it's a documented protocol in stress management training for operators in desert areas. So why and how does it work? A long controlled exhalation activates the parasympathetic nervous system, the one that slows the heart and calms the body. Basically, the more slowly you exhale, the more you signal your body to get out of alert mode, the one that speeds up your pulse and raises your internal temperature. That's what helps lower your heart rate and better regulate your body temperature. Now, the protocol: inhale through your nose for 4 seconds. Hold for 4 seconds. Breathe out slowly through your mouth for 6 to 8 seconds. While making a slight schley or sh sound, hold your lungs empty for 2 to 4 seconds and repeat the process for 8 to 12 cycles. So let me recap this technique. You use it in the heat, during a break, or before exerting yourself. It's ideal for quickly lowering your heart rate and preventing your body from going into overdrive. Not many people know this one. Now, technique number 3, the last one, for fighting fatigue, box breathing. The last enemy, fatigue, that pins you down. So, box breathing is well known. It's one of the most well-documented techniques. It's used by many elite units, especially in the French army. It's taught to manage sleep deprivation, long marches, and operational stress, especially in survival training courses in extreme environments. Unlike the other 2 techniques, here all 4 phases are equal: 4 seconds, 4 seconds, 4 seconds, and 4 seconds. So it's a symmetry that forces the brain to focus on counting, rather than on the feeling of exhaustion, while steadily reoxygenating the body. So it's a double action, I would say, both mental and physiological, which actually makes it the reference tool against operational fatigue. It can be used anywhere, anytime, and in any situation, of course. So now, the protocol. Inhale through your nose for 4 seconds. Hold for 4 seconds. Exhale through your mouth for 4 seconds. And finally, hold with your lungs empty for 4 seconds. Repeat for 4 or 5 minutes or longer if needed. You can do it less intensely. It works too. It's all a matter of rhythm and managing the protocol. We use it as soon as mental or physical fatigue sets in, during a long break before resuming the walk. In a group, when conditions get tougher, practicing it together before setting off also strengthens cohesion. It's a technique that reoxygenates the body, calms the mind, and pushes back the limits of exhaustion. I'll now recap everything we've covered. Slow nasal breathing to combat thirst, tactical breathing, long exhalation to combat heat, and box breathing to fight fatigue. The secret is to train yourself now under normal conditions, not when you're dehydrated, overheated, or exhausted. Remember, it's reserve strength that always makes the difference, especially in survival conditions. Remember, reserve strength is the very last reserve of strength, both physical and mental, that remains when everything else is exhausted. In extreme situations, it's often what makes the difference between enduring and giving in, between living and dying. Breathing is free medicine, accessible wherever you are. No gear, no equipment, just your knowledge. So don't neglect this training. There you go. Next time it's 40 degrees and everyone around you is exhausted, I hope you'll know how to handle the situation a little better. Like the video if you find it useful. Share it with someone who might need it right now, and I'll see you soon.